Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, look, we are back again in the basement, and I'm about to hit y'all with another dope interview. And the person that is in the basement with me today, wow, man, they have been a student to the game. And I feel like we came up together in this fitness game on everything. And I have a student, I got a coach, entrepreneur, and an overall great person, and I love her to death. Miss YONA Simmons, welcome to the basement as usual.
Hey, what's up? Appreciate you having me.
How you feel?
I feel great.
Feel great?
Yep. Second interview. Let's mention that. It's the second one.
Second interview after 4 years.
Yes.
After 4 years.
2020.
2020. When we first met. Before I get ahead of myself on going forward to everything, if y'all don't know who I am, my name is Daniel T. I'm a certified personal trainer who does dope interviews on people making it happen. And YONA Simmons been killing the game for a while. And YONA, we gonna tap into everything because a lot has changed since 2020. You are not that same person that was just picking my brain on everything. So who is YONA Simmons right now? Yeah, that. Yeah, that.
YONA Simmons, I'm still, the same kind-hearted, loving person, supportive and stuff. But on the fitness side, I am probably one of the best.
Talk it. Say it. Say it. I'm proud of you. Say what you are.
One of the best, athlete fitness trainers around the Dayton area so far. I have tapped into probably over 100 plus kids, within my 2-year time frame, because I just started training kids. When I first started, I was training adults, so I just started getting to the kids. But I knew that was my main goal, to train these athletes, because I was an athlete, I went to college, I graduated, and I knew what it takes, what the type of fitness you need to be the best athlete you could be in whatever sport you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's piggyback to outside of training. What's a typical day for you? What are some of your guilty pleasures that people wouldn't even know? Yeah, that. Because there's more to it. You got to balance your life out.
Yeah, I love eating.
What you eat?
I'm eating everything.
You eat everything.
I try to stick to the healthy, but I do have my cheat days and stuff. But, normally a typical during the week is salmon and green beans. I'll eat that every day. That's my typical thing. But like on the weekends, I love some fried chicken. God knows I love fried chicken, even though I ain't supposed to have it, but I do love it.
It ain't about perfection, though.
Exactly.
It's about consistency.
Yeah, so, sweets, cookies, all that stuff or whatever, we all crave it, But typical day outside, I'm normally out in the field supporting these kids that I'm training and seeing them, even though I train them, I still like to go see them because, I pick out what they're doing, I pick out the wrongs, I pick out the rights, so once we get back into the lab, we can perfect those things that they might need help on. So right now it's basketball season, so like every week, probably a couple times out of the week, I'm at a game, watching, somebody that I train, just supporting them as much as they coming over and supporting me.
Yeah, because you got to see exactly what your students are doing.
Yeah.
And they flaw, so they don't start feeling themselves. And then you can pick apart, like, all right, you could have did this better.
Yeah.
Okay, YONA, last week when we was talking, I asked you about the clothing line. I asked you about the meal preparation. And you said, man, all of that was just a stepping stone. Yeah. You remember saying that? Explain that for the people in the back who probably wondering about the clothes and the meal preparation.
Okay, so when I first started my, I'll say, healthy journey, getting back on track, was around like the pandemic, like as soon as it started, like 2020. So I just got on this pandemic, like, all right, I'm gonna get my body back right. I'm going to, eat right and stuff, and change everything or whatever, because I know that I had lost myself getting out of college, coming home, just working and not really, being an athlete like I was, because I was playing ball. So I gained a lot of weight and stuff or whatever. So I was just like, oh, let me just, get back into that. So I was doing it by myself for a while, and then I had crossed Daniel, like, on Facebook. I don't know if somebody shared it, because we wasn't friends or anything. I crossed him. And this is when all the gyms was closed. There was nothing open, so you literally had to be outside working out. And so I was seeing him, and I was seeing him posting every day. And I started following him. I'm like, dang, like, I want to get over there. I want to get back to that. I want to do those things or whatever. I feel like I could do those things that he over there doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause my body's not the same athlete it was, but I feel like I still got something in me.
Mm-hmm.
So I just went back to doing that. And so as I started with him, it started progressing. Then everybody started seeing me drop weight, lose weight, and they just asking me all these questions. They so interested. So it's like, I'm helpful. I'm willing to just talk to you about it, help you through it, So I just started meeting everybody, like having everybody meet me at DanDe'Jour, because like we couldn't get in the gym. So we would meet at DanDe'Jour track, probably like every twice a week or something, and just do some type of work. And then, and in the process of that, like, I knew I wanted to be a trainer.
Right.
But so I was like, I didn't have the space. Like, me and Jazz, like, we were living in an apartment, like, it was pandemic, wasn't no gyms open, so I knew that, like, I do want to do this. Like, when I started getting the feel of it, then I started coming over here, seeing Daniel, and I'm like, dang, like, I want this. I want to have this.
Yeah.
So I just started doing things to build up to that. So then I started doing juicing. I started doing like infused waters and stuff, selling them, just helping people out. Like, this is what I did, this is what I'm doing, here, you can do it, da da da. Then I started getting into the clothing, because one of my friends was like, you should make a t-shirt that say work harder, better. I never thought of this in my head. Like, I'm not even paying that no attention. He said that to me, and I'm like, dang. He was like, yeah, I'll wear that. I'll wear that to work out. I'm like, dang, you ain't lying. So next thing you know, I'm like, I gotta build a t-shirt. So I'm like, I don't even know how to make a t-shirt or nothing. So here come my wife, Jazz. She bought me a Cricut. You know what I'm saying? We started there or whatever. She like, now you use this and you make the shirt. And I'm
right.
Like, what? So we up into like 1, 2 in the morning trying to figure out how to work this thing to make a t-shirt or whatever. So then I made the first. I had my sister Rania, because she was already making clothing. I had her make me a set on her own first before I got the Cricut. So I did make her. She made it. She designed it, and she gave it to me. She like, this set. I'm like, oh yeah, this is nice. I want to continue to make them. So as soon as I dropped them, like, and posted it, everybody wanted a shirt. Like, exactly. It was so many. I'm like, I can't keep having her make these shirts for me. Like, you feel me? She got her own business or whatever it is.
It's time consuming.
I got over 40 orders or whatever out of nowhere. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's when Jazz got the Cricut. And she was like, you just got to do it on your own. You got to learn. So I started to that. So then when I was into that, I was still, doing my personal training, but I was making these clothes, and it was becoming very, like, everybody wanted it. I started the t-shirts, and I started the long sleeve shirts, then I started hoodies, then I started sweatpants, then I started whole sets, and then like it was just progressing. Like for a year straight, I was just going crazy, just making clothes, and everybody was really into it. They was loving it and stuff, whatever. Like, and then so I was doing that. On top of that, I was doing meal preps. I'm like, I'm just hustling. Like, whatever y'all need, I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna do it.
You know what I'm saying? So then it just got into all of that. So then after me and Jazz finally moved out of our house, and I got, we got a house or whatever. We went on an apartment and got a house. We had this big giant basement. The whole time we in there, for 1 whole year, we in this house. I ain't went down in that basement. I ain't thought about bringing nobody in that basement. Like, I was just so out of my mind, like, just busy on these clothes.
On the clothes and the meal
preps, on the juicing. Like, I just was still grinding on that. And then, like, here come her again. Jazz like, you got it. She bought my first kettlebell and put it in the basement. So I'm down there, and I'm like, dang, like, I guess we can, like, turn this all into something or whatever. So, like, I had to slow down on the clothing and the meal preps and stuff, and I just started like inching into like, buying little stuff here and there or whatever, just trying to fill it up, put a little something down
there. You gotta start somewhere though.
Yeah, and then so then we started that or whatever. Then I started, posting it and stuff, and then here come, all the adults. So like, oh, I want to come over here, and it started from here.
All right, so back to me mentoring you. And I said, Yana, you will find your lane. I said, don't rush it. I said, don't look at what nobody else is doing. Eventually, you're going to know what your calling is. You remember I said that?
Yeah.
How did you stumble across kids?
Okay, so
yeah, people want to know that.
So when I started the training, I knew that was what I wanted. I knew I wanted to train kids, not even just kids. I just wanted to train athletes. Like I knew that was it. But I took what was given to me. Like so, what was given to me was those adults. They was the ones coming. So I'm like, that's fine. I'll work with y'all. I'll do this, and then then eventually, I got my nephew to come over there. I got his mom to come over there. I've been working with him since he was a baby. His name is Moses. I've been working with him since he was a baby. So even outside of me training, I was already taking him to the gym. We were already work out and do all this stuff or whatever. So I reached out to his mom like, we gotta, bring him over here. I'm gonna just help him. You know what I'm saying? This time he's probably like in the 6th grade. I'm like, come on, we got 1 year until he hit middle school. Like, let's build his body. Like, let me see what I can do. Then next thing you know, I got my cousin, Ski, got him to come over there. So now I got 2 little athletes. They're my only 2. Got them in the basement, just, doing stuff, growing, like, getting stronger, like, people seeing it instantly, like, hey, look what you did. And then they're attracting more kids or whatever, and, their parents is letting other parents know, you know what I'm saying? So next thing you know, I got 5 parents inboxing me like, oh, I want to bring my son over there. I want my son. Like, it's just all boys, no girls or whatever. So it's all boys, this building. So then next thing you know, the kids start increasing, the adults start decreasing, and it's just like, they just completely took over to another level. Like,
yeah.
Like, especially when I first made my first post of Moses and his weight gain and his body form change, like that's when it really like started.
That was the billboard that you really needed, though.
It was like, oh yeah, like, let me get my son over there, let me get my kid over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and from there on. And
you ain't looked back. I'm proud of you, seriously, because this ain't easy. Everybody think just because you transform your body that all these clients just magically appear. And it don't work like that. Like, nah, you gotta tap in from a whole nother level. But just because you get your body together, it don't happen overnight. It doesn't. And you saw me, like, and I was trapping, still working, but I was trapping. And you was like, man, I just want to learn. And I was still learning myself. So we learned together. So even with that being said, what's the hardest part that you would say growing your brand was as a whole?
The hardest part is like how you said, like, it's not easy to keep on trying to convince these people to give this a try, you know what I'm saying? Like, to continue to, you know what I'm saying, come, because it's like, if the people don't come, our brands and our business don't mean anything. Like, we need them, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I go the bat. If any of you have seen my parents, like, they give me the utmost love, respect, because I go to bat for every single kid. I might be worn out because I'm going to bat for 50 kids, but it's like, I appreciate y'all for continuing to come over here and believing in me and trusting in me and making my business grow by, you know what I'm saying, believing in what I'm teaching y'all.
Exactly.
And so, because like I said, if we don't have them, we don't have anything.
So, even with that, it's 1 million trainers out here, right? So, as a trainer, you're only as good as the people show up.
Right.
You cannot be a great trainer if your client don't show up and put in the work. You're never going to have a billboard who can represent your brand if that person don't show up. So, from a trainer aspect of somebody that's watching this video, you can be this dope trainer. But if you don't have anybody to show, it means nothing.
Yeah.
Because you already in shape. Yeah. You already proved to yourself that you're in shape, but can you do it with somebody else?
Yeah.
And like you said, it's the people that feed into your brand, that actually water your brand, that help your brand to actually grow. And if you're not having clients, you can't shoot no content. You can't do nothing. So it starts with the people, not yourself, when it comes to personal training. All right, Yana. Wow. Jazz just had her birthday yesterday. So, how has it been with having a good support system by your side?
I mean, it's like I said in the beginning, it's everything. Like she literally has like taught me the game. Like, you know,
because she was an entrepreneur first.
She's an entrepreneur first. Yeah, she had to do dreads. She had a lip gloss company. Like she'd been through all this, you know, and it's like she showed me different ropes. Like it probably was already in me, and I didn't even know. Which it was in me, and I didn't have a clue. But it's like she showed me, like, nah, you got to do it like this, or nah, you can't. I don't care if you get, you know, like how you be saying, I don't care if I get one like, I'm gonna keep posting this content because even though they not liking it, they still watching it. I got one like, but I got 500 views. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they watching me or whatever. So she was like, you gotta post it every day. Like they gotta see you. They gotta get tired of seeing you. Like you feel me? Like you need to.
Then they're annoying.
Yeah, like you have to be consistent with that, and don't let what you're not seeing or not getting the feedback discourage you. So it's like she taught me how to make the post on Facebook, how to word things a certain way to attract people, how to just hustle, just get that money and grow your business and believe in what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I will give that 100% to her.
You need that partner though.
Yeah.
Because you need somebody to feed into you because you pouring into everybody else. So on them days that it ain't going right for you, you be willing for somebody to say, hey, it's going to be all right. You had a tough week. And with that being said, you're not always going to have great weeks. Yeah. You're going to have some slow weeks. Because you be a fool to pay the personal trainer and you ain't pay your DP&L bill and your gas bill. Yana, what's the hardest part about personal training?
I think the rough weeks, like you said, like because you don't always have good weeks, and it's like even though you see us and y'all think like they killing it, they got all these people coming, they doing all these good things and stuff. Like man, we have bad weeks, like where we be like rethinking our whole life. Like man, I don't even think I should be doing this. Like I just need to go back to work.
Yeah,
I just need to not even do this or whatever. But it's like
it's a service.
Yeah,
everybody can't afford a service.
Yeah, and then it's like you get in your head, and then you turn around, and then same thing next week. You didn't triple, you didn't double. You know what I'm saying? Like with people, and it's like then you get that groove back. Like all right, I can do this. So the hardest part is just getting through those struggles and staying focused. Like don't just quit on it. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta get through the moments. Like you gonna fail, you gonna be broke.
You gonna fail.
Yeah.
You gonna have some broke days.
Yeah.
But that's called growing pains, though.
Yeah. And
you gotta go through that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I done had plenty of days where I ain't had no clients, and I second guess myself. Like, am I dope?
Yep.
And you be like, man, this can't be how it's supposed to be. But any business is gonna have them highs and them lows. And when you have them lows, boy, you gotta hold on to that faith.
Yeah.
Cause you gonna have them days that it's gonna be questionable.
Yeah.
You definitely gonna have them days. Is it anything that you could take from your journey that you look back and be like, I needed to go through that to learn? And this wasn't even one of your questions.
Yeah, I feel like I needed to go through the process of how I did it, how I started with myself, how I came over here with you for almost 2 years before I even offered a service.
Mm-hmm.
Just like I really tried to educate myself so good, because I'm like, I'm not about to go and try to be telling these people to do this, do that, and you know what I'm saying, and I'm still in the process of doing this and that, you know what I'm saying, I need to accomplish something. I need to, you know what I'm saying, get to something before. So it's like even though like everybody was like rushed, like not even rushing me, but they were like pushing me, like come on, like nah. I took my time with it.
Don't let nobody push you outside.
I did it my way or whatever, so I can learn. And even after I even felt my body was changing and I was losing all this weight, I still didn't rush into it. I did the meal prep, the juicing. I took those steps or whatever for another year before I even got into this.
One thing that I could say about you, you was a sponge. And everything that we talked about, you ran with it. And I've had a lot of different people come through here that want to be trainers. And when I am talking to these people on wanting to be a trainer, I always say, don't look at me, don't look at YONA, don't look at Teresa, don't look at Tassi. Be you. Don't try to mimic nobody else. What's going to be for you is going to be for you. And you have to stand on that. Even when you feel like it ain't going right for yourself, be true to how you want to do certain things.
Yeah.
Because looking at how I train, looking at how you train, you are incredible with the kids. And it takes a lot of patience to deal with kids. Because not only are you dealing with the kids, you got to deal with the parent. And if the parent is not on the same page, it doesn't always work. Because them parents, they'll bring the juices, they bring the bad meals, and with you having to be that person to say, hey, you can't do that. That take a different type of person.
I have to all the time. But that's why I appreciate the parents, because like you said, they respect me. So even when I gotta get on them, like, you know what I'm saying, they understand. Because I'm going to get on your kid or whatever, but I'm going to get on you too. Because
you the foundation of it, though.
It start with you. So you sitting there eating a double cheeseburger in front of him, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, like, that's not helping him. Like,
because he going to want that.
Yeah, like, so.
He going to want that.
Yeah.
Listen, when I look at you, I feel like, man, I got this from RD. RD was like, man, when somebody comes to you and you're mentoring them, you're supposed to push them to the next level of what you see beyond yourself. And when I look at you, I see that. Because you got the passion behind it, you hungry, and when you see your clients, their bodies change, and in the back of my mind, I feel like she is exactly who she knew she was going to be.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of you for that.
Yeah. Because like you said, like, you was telling me before I even realized it, like, kids is your thing. And I'm like,
you was fighting it though.
What is he talking about?
Like, kids is your thing.
He was talking about, like, no, I'm doing everything. I can do this. I'm like, and then when you just kept saying it, I'm like, kids is my thing. Like, that's it. like
it's right there. You're fighting it. Like, the kids.
I didn't understand. I didn't see it. I'm like, dang, like, he was not lying. Like, this is it. And, like, look at it now. Like,
more than what you could imagine, right?
like, yeah.
But now it's somebody that's looking at your journey. And as they look at your journey, matter of fact, let's talk about that. Before I even let you go, if somebody's looking at your journey right now and they probably thinking like, man, I want to do what she does, give them some game, y'all. Yeah, you on the spot on this one. Because there's somebody right now that's like, man, they dope. I want to do what they do.
I would say be genuine with yourself. And the experience of what you have been through, that matters. That's important.
It's the war wounds.
Yeah. And I feel like the reason why I am where I am and successful like I am right now is because I went through everything that these kids is going through. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was very passionate about what I was doing growing up and playing sports and going to high school, going to college and stuff. So it's like, you know, like, connect. You have to be able to connect with it. You know what I'm saying? Because these kids, they already think they know what they talking about. They know what they doing. But when they get somebody that they know that been in a certain situations, they're going to look at you. They're going to respect you in a whole different light. So it's like, make sure that you're true to what you are preaching. Make sure you've been through some struggles before you try to tell a kid what to go through, you know what I'm saying, or, you know, adult or anybody, you know, in that sense or whatever. Like, you got to make sure that you understand, like, these kids, because that's one thing that's important. Like, they want to know that you understand them or whatever, and you're not just like a parent figure that's, you know what I'm saying, telling them everything that the parents want to tell them and really not listening to what the kids feel. Like, so it's like, be true to you, understand what you are preaching, you know what I'm saying, and really live by it.
Cause they can tell if you ain't being genuine, you fake, and they ain't gonna want to come back.
No, they kids smart. Like,
I ain't messing with her.
They know. That's why I say, it's more kids. Like, I get on more because I'm like, how I'm more locked into you. I'm 33 years old. Like, how I want this more than you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then like they get offended by that. Like, dang, like, you know what I'm saying?
You got
like,
a point though.
Yeah, you got a point. Like, how can I do this?
And I can't want it more than you.
Yeah, and how I want it more for you than you want it for yourself or whatever. So it's like that triggers them. Like, dang. Like,
They keep you young though, don't they?
Nah, yeah, they do.
They gonna challenge you. They gonna talk they stuff.
Yes. I gotta do so many push-up challenges. I gotta do so many lift and weight challenges. Like, cause they.
Sometimes you gotta let them know, like, I do this.
Yeah, like,
I get that too.
Like,
I get that too. Like,
I can do it.
I can do it.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. So.
Yeah.
Just stay true.
Stay true to what you do.
Don't go try and preach something that you haven't experienced. I'm gonna say that matters.
YONA, I'm proud of you. You done came a long ways, and we've been rocking well over 4 years, and I look at you like a baby sister. I really do. Before I let you go, you gotta give the people future projects, shout outs, and anything else you got going on.
Oh, okay. Shout outs, you know, definitely my wife. Shout her out. Appreciate her for everything. She's my number one. And all my friends, all my family, you know what I'm saying? On top of that, all these parents. I really appreciate the parents because I wouldn't be much without them. They like you said, if the parent is not on the same page as the kids, but the parents, some of my parents, they on a different page than the kids. You know what I'm saying? They trying to get their kids to understand, and I love that or whatever, because without a parent like that, you know what I'm saying, you won't be able to experience much or whatever. So I definitely appreciate parents. They go to bat, they support, they get my number out to 1,000 people. Even if they don't reach out to me, they still promoting it. Like they don't really play when it comes to that. So I really appreciate that. And then future projects. I think this is my year. Like
Say
that.
that.
I'm gonna get out the basement this year, and I'm gonna find, you know, my building, my space, my area to extend even more. Cause that's my whole goal. Like I want a gym. I wanted to say, K-Fit, Bacardi better. And I think this is my year that I'm gonna make it happen.
You're gonna make it happen. And I'm gonna hold you to that. Because you know what, YONA? I said the same thing. I said, God is about to push me up out this basement. This is comfortable to me. I've mastered one-on-ones. I have mastered one-on-one training in my basement. And I said, it's time for me to get uncomfortable. So if I gotta go out here and talk to these kids like y'all see, I'm gonna get out here, I'm gonna start popping up at different venues, talking, and I think I'm ready to do group training. Yeah, I know. So look out for that. I'm about to put that together too. I'm putting that out there right now, but I got so many people that's been in my ear like, man, what are you waiting on? Why do you just want to be confined to the basement and never leave? Because it's comfortable. I've mastered that. And this is my safe haven. Exactly. So now it's like what you just said. It's time to get out of our basements and do what we do. So yeah. That's another dope interview in the mix. So this is what we do. Anybody that's trying to be a personal trainer, I hope that this interview helped y'all. But remember, it ain't about you. It's not about you. It's about your clients and them being better. Them are going to be your billboard that is going to help your business. Not you being in the mirror, not you flexing all the time, and not you posting videos of yourself. It's not about you. It's about your clients. And I also want to start a mentorship program. I'm going to speak that up too. I don't know when, but I want to start helping people become personal trainers. I think that might be a gift that I'm sleeping on.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely think so.
I never thought about that either. Just being in the basement. If you come to the basement, I'm gonna give you all the game. But it's like, man, I gotta get out of here though.
Yeah.
I gotta get out the basement. But look, y'all, I love you. You already know that.
Appreciate you.
All day. We out. One love.